Up guys, so we had Tokyo Olympics action. It was South Africa going up against Japan and the game ending 1-0 to Japan. Gotta tell you, man, I think David Notoane and his technical team have to take responsibility for that result. I think their game plan backfired. I think they came in with the notion to not lose, or at least to walk out of there with a draw. And even the way that South Africa played within the first half, I think they were pessimistic. I think they were negative. They sat back. Hardly chances were sort of created, and you sort of could feel that like these players are better than what we're definitely seeing. And I think also the players played with fear, and I think they played with fear because they were told to play like that. They were told to play like that. They were instructed to play in that way. And especially even at halftime when it was 0-0 and no changes were being made, that's when you could sort of feel that maybe David Notoane is happy with the fact that it's 0-0 so far. But eventually when the goal was scored, I think even the changes were late. And if you looked at when you looked at South Africa in the last 10 minutes, suddenly they let go of the handbrake. They started to express themselves. They started to get the ball forward. And that was the South Africa that you know, some of the players that you know that where I think Kodisang also came on and he made a difference as well. But in my mind, I was sort of thinking, why didn't we play with this approach? Like, why didn't we not go for it in the way that they were going for it now? Because there was a big chance of Ngele had at the end of the game as well, or at least towards the end of the game. And I think also when you look at the fact that Ngobo was only substituted in at 90th minute, I mean, what was that all about? I was really surprised to only see that change being made at the 90th minute. And I think David Notoane and his team and his technical team have to take responsibility for it. And I think now you had your experiment. You tried with Japan to sort of at least walk out of there with a draw. You cannot go into France and Mexico playing like that. You just cannot. And especially the next game being France and the way that they lost to Mexico, if you go at them, you definitely can get a result. And that's what I'm expecting to see in the next game, because our players are better than the performance that we saw today. Majority of the performance today, I think I have to give a shout out to Treasures Malepe. I think also a shout out to Ronan Williams. I think they were brilliant. But seriously, David Notoane and his technical team, you cannot go into the next two games playing like that.